Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, the focus this month is Peace Infinitely, or PI. And I actually went online, Betty, and looked up pi to remind myself of the mathematical implications, because I don't remember any of that from school. And it says it's the constant for measurement of any size of a circle's circumference. If that's wrong, I can be corrected later. It says, these are words that I actually don't use these words every day. But apparently Pi Day, this is PI Day, it's not far off, it's about 5 days and 12 hours from this moment off. And I'll let you geekalicious and nerdacious people go on to Google and look up Pi Day and see what that means. But the idea of constant, it brought me to the idea of constant, which is an idea of peace, and the idea of something that is constantly there if we get out of the way and just let it be. So the month of March has seemed anything but peaceful for me, though. That's the irony of me doing this talk today. I've had a certain amount of unusual and challenging emotional and mental upsets, I suppose you could say. But thank the stars in the heavens and all you earth angels that gathered here for being part of my life and my spiritual community and helping me to remember that there is support. I was reminded recently at a practitioners meeting that we just had I think it was about a few days, last Monday,
A few Mondays ago.
that challenges are opportunities, and they're opportunities for growth. And life never is really static for very long. It's just not static for very long. And so my worldview, as of late, is shifting. And I recently had a message from another dimension of a feeling message about my mother. And I told myself I should give her a call, and I said, I should give her a call because I was concerned. I was feeling something really strong about how her health must be or how she was doing. But one thing led to another and it getting put off. So about 3 days later, the phone rang. It was in the evening, and I ignored the phone because I was in the middle of a conversation. And I later went to retrieve the message, and it was my sister. And she was Sister Michelle's voice, and she was speaking in kind of a muffled, choppy tone. I could hardly hear her. She was barely whispering, and she said, "Mom's not doing very well." So I phoned her immediately. And the next day I phoned my daughter to let her know as well. So we're both going to be flying out on March the 19th to Canada to support my sister and to be with my mom. We don't know how much longer she has. So I have two feelings that are sharing space in my psychic atmosphere right now. And one is the excitement of going home, to be there with friends and family, and the other is to prepare to say goodbye to my mother. It's the fear of the unknown. And I thought immediately, well, maybe somebody else should do the spiritual thought too. Maybe I shouldn't do the spiritual thought. But as a good friend, and a voice inside my head said, no, you have something to share today. Get up and do it. So I think I'm coping very well with all the minutiae of booking flights and getting my ride there and packing and all that stuff is easy. That's easy stuff. But it's the reflecting and allowing what is there to come out and be heard and seen and felt, and the letting go of the fear of the future. So I write morning pages or evening ramblings. And as I did this, I got a series of M words for the month of March, my month of March. And before I speak some of them, I'd like to say synchronicity is alive and well because a few weeks prior to all of this happening, a good friend of mine emailed me an article from the New York Times, and it was an article on how writing helped you find your way to happiness, and expressive writing helped you find your way to happiness. And so I believe the article is titled Writing Your Way to Happiness, and I did just that. And since I've been a long-time writer of stream of consciousness every morning for the last 15 years. So the M words came as in the month of March as time marches on. And I wrote mother, master, teacher for things she did and did not do. Moon messages full of light did not let me sleep. Middle child, sister Michelle, needs support. Memories, movement, mood, influencer. Multidimensional, a multiplicity of things and visions and places. A mountain hike to get out of the head and into the vast realm of nature's beauty. My mind full of thoughts. Mother's mind emptying. Mother helped me to choose differently than she did, mirroring victimhood and producing also empathy. They're just words. Magic, mother love may have seemed imperfect, yet she still breathed her brand of love into the world and her children. So many memories and palm trees of the mystery of planetary life and eternal life in other realms. And this cycle, a perfect cycle of love. I leave you with a quote from Eckhart Tolle that comforted me and is steadying me. And I wish it will steady and help you too. And it says, it is, whatever the present moment contains, accept it as if you had chosen it. There is peace in that.